Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. 8:30 UK time. Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Okay, not good night yet, because you're here with Yogi, okay? We're gonna spend some time together. So this is Thursday, and every day is a beautiful stitching day. So this is the project, the whip of my choice today. And this is from Ciro Marchetti. Mondays, even though we don't have the official Ciro Marchetti SAO anymore, but every day is Ciro Day or Marchetti Day, whichever you like. And this piece is called Little Kitchen. It's a whimsical, beautiful piece, and it's warm and abundant, perfect for this time of the year. And this is a mini piece. Okay, let me show you what the markup looks like. It's gorgeous. Just look at this. The abundance of the items on the shelf here is so simple and so rich at the same time, and the color scheme is to die for. The deep red, that is so glorious, and the red as well. In some way, it's almost Christmassy. And I like to draw your attention to the bottom right there, just above the drawer, the open drawer there, and the rolling pin. Can you see that? That's a little kitty sleeping away. And this piece, our Ebony here, you guys know Ebony, right? She was going to do this piece until I mentioned that there was this little creature soundly sleeping on the side there. And she dropped the piece, okay? I ask you. And I know, outrageous. I mean, I would stitch this piece just for a little kitty. So this piece, I started, I think it was the beginning of the year. So along with a few other pieces, I started doing 10 stitches when I started the experiment. And lo and behold, it's almost, well, not quite a year, but 10 months went on. I've got multiple projects with 10 stitches, and I absolutely love it. It just suits my mood at certain days. I also love full cross. I fell in love with full cross all over again. So it was really nice kind of reset with the 10 stitches. And I definitely recommend that you try it as well. If you think you're not a 10 stitch stitcher, just give it another go. Pick a piece that you really love, maybe a mini one. Mini is perfect for that. And so this piece, I want to show you my progress here. Okay, so this is the entirety of the piece, and this is where I am right now. I know the pattern formation of the stitches is a little bit random, but I started from upper left there, attempt to do somewhat sort of diagonal direction there, and changing my stitching methods along the way as usual. And this is where I am right now. So up to the previous few sessions, I've been focusing on this little area here. I use Saga, so I drew a little box and tried to fill in the stitches, and there's still a little bit to go. But last session, I started on the section on the right there, and I'm switching the stitching method slightly. So I'll give you a little bit more detail later, but I want to show you my stats right here. Okay, so let me, once again, I forgot to delete my last sprint, so it's been running for about 3 weeks and with no progress. So currently I'm around 7.76. So 7.6 is pretty close to 8. I can count, and I'm hoping maybe today I will cross over to 8. What do you think? I have no idea, but then again, it's 10 stitches. I can do it a little bit faster. Okay, so the colors involved is 89 colors, which is not too bad. Very typical for a mini and regular heaven and earth projects. So this is where I am today. Oh, of course, I am going to start a new sprint, okay, right in front of your eyes. No cheating here. No cheating for Yogi when it comes to stitch counts. I cheat on other things, you know, maybe reverse stitching, no, I'm not going to talk about that right now, but yeah, but when it comes to stitch counts, I'm strict. If I have not made a single stitch, I do not count it, okay? So here we are, just a default, just leave it to default. So this is a brand new sprint. It's going to capture every step I make with the stitches. And at the end of every session, the regulars know, we play a little game called Guess My Stitches, okay? And come along and play with me. If you just joined the channel recently and you have no idea what's going on, or will be explained. Okay, just stay with us and we'll have some relaxing time and stitch together. So, but of course, before that, I'm going to say hello to all of you, okay? Thank you for joining me today. We've got about 60 people here. And so, who are here with me in the chat and who are the first three today? Boom. Sandra Macario is the first to report to the chat today. Well done, Sandra. Sandra says, hi, Yogi, good evening. I am following you for 2 weeks now, and I'm loving it. Your channel is so different from the others. Continue to be you and genuine. Thank you so much, Sandra. And I'm so glad you found us. This is a little stitching club here, like nowhere else. We may be the only one on the planet that we get together every day and stitch together. 3.5 hours every day, you spend time with me. I am so lucky. So, welcome. And I hope you enjoy every day stitching with me. And also, we have no playbook. This is a unique experience. So hopefully we just move organically forward and everything we do will make sense and enjoyable for everyone. So well done, Sandra. And also, we've got Alandria. Hello. Andrea says, hi all, not sure what I'm stitching tonight. Yes, it's one of those, issues we have when we have, over 10 webs. Then we start to wonder which one should we be working on today. And she says, I'm child free and my partner is on guy's trip, so it's free time. Oh, fantastic, Alandria. It's playtime. It's playtime. Wonderful. And Alandria also said, I'm going to need a fairy tonight to help me choose. Oh, I'll give you a hand. Not me. The fairy will help you, okay? And I'll come back to you. And also Lizzie is also here today. Says, good evening, everyone. Well done. And Susan, my love, is also here. Good to see you with hot chocolate, I trust. And Leslie McLean is also here. Good to see you coming back to Yogi. And Live with Natty is also here. Says, hello, beautiful people. And beautiful Natty is also here. And Serena as well. Hello. Well done. And good to see you. And Michelle Fuller as well. Oh, Michelle Fuller today is in the lurking club here. And she says, hi, everyone. I'm lurking until I get off work. You know what? I've been sort of wondering what name should I give our viewers are listening to us, because when we're streaming they're at work and everything, and it reminded me, that Disney character, that big the baby elephant with the big ears, is it Dumbo? And so maybe the Dumbo Club. How about that? If you're in Dumbo Club today, raise your hands. Wonderful. So we'll keep you company till home time. And Siobhan is also here. Welcome. And Collect as well says, good evening, everyone. And Alison Rennie is also here. Says, hi, Yogi. Hi, Stitchy friends. Absolutely. And Claudia says, hi, everyone. I'm going to be working on reporting already. Claudia is reporting that she is going to be working on quick stitch kitten version of this piece. Oh, is there a kitten version? No way. Wonderful. I started on Tuesday and trying to get good jump before the end of the month. You probably get ahead of me. Okay. Oh, it's a quick stitch that's maybe cropped around the kitty. There you go. It's a highlight. And, you know, Ebony just doesn't appreciate that. And we also have Marilyn, and I'll come back to read more of your comments in a bit. I want to say hello to everybody so we can get it going, okay? And Kathy is also here, Kathy Hepler, and Betty Lou Taylor, hello, hello. And Lisa is back with us. And the surname I will not attempt to pronounce, okay? Lim Thong, Im Thong. I tried. And Senga is back with us as well. And Suzanne is also here. Welcome back. Who else have we got? Love Drunk for Diamonds. And Rachel Morton, welcome. Chloe C is back here. And thank you, everyone. Thank you. Great to see you here with me today. So let me just show you and explain how I'm going to proceed today. Okay, so it's so gorgeous. I love this little jar here. So today I am going to come back to this area. Okay, so last session, I don't know whether you remember, it was probably more than a week ago. Okay, and I started a new section. I'm cheating a little bit. I'll come back and fill in this area, okay? And sometimes I'm just not in the mood to, you know, do finding little loose stitches here. So I'm starting this area with a slightly different method. So this area, I've been doing a little bit of typewriter here. So typewriter is alive and well, okay? And if you're wondering about my typewriter's well-being, it's doing really well. So my typewriter is back, and it seems to be a better, well, not better method. It seems to address this kind of problem a little bit more, even though I'm not stitching from minimum to max. Minimum to max is probably the best way because you don't end up with loose stitches like this. But I'm trying to find a middle ground here. So I'm doing typewriter. So I'm starting from the top, and you can see the top border is almost completely filled, bar one stitch. So this is what I'm looking for, because if you look at the block next, the previous one, there are still stitches I haven't filled in from the top, okay? And well, ultimately it doesn't matter, I just go back and do it, but it's kind of quite nice to follow the order from time to time. You know, I can't promise, but today is one of those days I want to kind of stitch in order a little bit, and typewriter method allows me to do that. And if you have no idea what typewriter method is, you're about to find out, okay? So let me bring out the my app view here, so you can pick out all my mistakes, and not letting me get away with, you know, fudging, and also a little markup here for you. So what I'm going to do, let me just quickly bring this back. I just want to show you what I'm doing here. So I'm going to use the highlight box, okay? I'm going to bring up this little box. So this is the area I'll be working on. Technically, I don't need a box because I'm not asking Saga to sort out the order for me, but it just gives me that visual kind of clarity of where I'm working on. So I'm going to keep it on, okay? I'm going to keep it on. And so this is the area I'm working on, and so you can focus on this area as well. And I'm doing typewriting from top to bottom, okay? And so here we go. So typewriting is basically a method that allows you to kind of just allow a stitching method to decide which color to pick next. Sometimes it's a bit of a headache, you know. We don't like choices. And talking about the choices, hang on, Alandria, do you want me to do a spin for you so you can get it started? If so, let me know. I can bring on my little fairy wheel here. I'm still working on it a little bit visually, but it's fully working. Give me a little wave if you still need the fairy's guidance, okay? And I can do a little spin for Alandria here. And so, guys, let me know what you're working on. And I'm going to pick my first color here. All right. So, first color here would be this little stitch is still missing here. So I'm working in order, picking symbols, following the top row, and then I'm going to come back, you know, row by row like this. And it's just a sort of really kind of leave it to the pattern kind of method here. And let me take a sip of my coffee. You know, my throat is always playing up in the evening, not always, recently. So I'm taking a sip of my warm coffee here. There you go. And oh yes, Alandria needs help, so let's help out Alandria first. And all of you, if you need you know, help from Fairy here, I can help you here. Okay, there you go. So this is our unofficial just yet. I'm still working on it. I'm trying to make it better, but it's fully working. This is our Yogi Fairy whippinator, I think someone called it. And so basically, I can pick a number for you, okay? Alandria, how many whips have you got? Give me a number. Hopefully it's not 300, okay? Maybe up to 20, and I can do it very easily, okay? So let me know how many whips you got, and I can modify the will for you, okay, Alandria? So this my plan was to spin this well every day for you, and so I obviously it's tricky because some people have 5, some people have 50 whips. So I'm still trying to figure out the system that you know, one spin fits all. So if you have a good idea, let me know. And so I can put in a number. Currently I have 10. 10. Okay, perfect. Alandria has 10 whips. Okay, guys, are you ready today? Alandria is leaving it to Fairy to pick a whip for her. So everybody have your palms together and in front of your heart center. You know, I sound like a yoga teacher now. And pray for Alandria. Okay, I'm going to do a spin for you, Alandria. Are you ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. I'm going to spin. Hello. Where's my hand? You see, out of practice here, out of practice here. So let me have a look. 3, 2, Suzanne, 1. Spin. There we go. Oh dear. There you go. Today, Landra, your whip is number 7. Rejoice, everyone. And I'd love to find out which project that is. Okay, so this is for you, Alandria. There you go. Okay, so let us know which project it is. What has the Fairy chosen for you? All right. Fairy is always here to help, you know. Fairy is just that kind of person. Always helpful. So my color here, A14 to start today's session. A14. Here we go. World of an enlightenment, exactly, Lizzie. See? Now world of doom, okay? Okay, here we go. We've got the whip from Alandria. It's Van Gogh's Starry Night. There you go. It's divine intervention for Alandria. It sounds like a beautiful piece. Well done. Amazing. I hope you enjoy the project. Okay, and definitely update us with the whip on the Facebook. So here we go. Yes, the tricky part is the number on the numbers on the wheel, isn't it? Because everybody's got different number of webs. So some of you, all you guys are really clever. So help me to figure out a way to make it work for everyone. Either maybe we can spin for a single number, 1 to 10, and then another spin to determine if you have more than 10, then the second number will be the second digit. But then it's tricky because it could be 1 to 10 as well, the second number. Oh, I'm loving it already. I always know when I've chosen the right project. It's like, as soon as I start stitching, I just feel the joy coming through. And I know I made the right choice. And I almost make the right choice every single day. Because I follow my heart. I look at my whip and talk to them and go, hello, who would like to be the one today? And one will come out and go, me, me, me. And that's the one I pick. So typewriter, basically, once you pick the symbol following the row, so you always go for the highest position to the left and row by row. And but once you pick the color, you're essentially doing cross country. And in terms of where you go, I don't think there's any rules, hard and fast rules here. You just go wherever makes sense. You can go as far as you want. You can cross country within, like I'm doing, within the box section. Or you can do page by page, or maybe you can decide how many blocks you want to do it at one time, and you just do it. So it's quite free and it's good fun because you don't know what's going to come next. So there's a sense of anticipation and randomness to it. Sometimes we just need a little bit of randomness, don't we? And let me know what power snacks and power drinks, we've got special emoji for those, because we're athletes. We need nourishment and beverages, to support our power stitching. All right, so I'll try to go through everybody's project here. Here we go. Marilyn, welcome. Marilyn says, hi everyone, been already stitched today, 194 stitches. Oh, you have a head start. Yes, Marilyn's cheating, okay? She's already started. Nearly 200 stitches already, well done. And Kathy is doing Amy Stewart, Once Upon Fairy Tale tonight. Yes, that sounds lovely. And if there's any new joiners while I was talking, welcome. I'll get to you, okay? Rachel Morton is here. Hello, hello. And let's have a look. And Sanga, just going back to her comment here, she says, I'm cracking with B. Oh, Gecko Rouge project, of course. I'm now 73.55%. 73.55% complete. Home stretch now. Yeah, you're practically the last bit. Once you get past 80%, I think you probably, will be there very soon. It's pretty much the final stretch. That's amazing. And so well done. Amazing. Yes. That is so nice to know that people actually get to 70, 80%. And Lizzie says, oh, I don't know, is that the one you're working on? And here we go. Let me just find my stitches here. Where am I? Oh, here. Why? That's not correct. Oh, yeah, it is. Yes, of course. And I can keep going within the area. So I'm not aiming to do a color completion. I'm just, as long as I have thread available, I just go as far as I can. And also, I'm using CXC, so the coverage is really good. So I'm using CXC, and 2 strand over 1 and 10 stitching. Okay, I love the variations of different stitches. With 10 stitches, I always feel like because of the speed, obviously you only do one leg, you don't have to go back and do the other leg. So not only the fact that it's a little bit faster, but in terms of stitching, I don't know whether you feel like that. You feel like you're almost painting the pattern because you really only, it's like a brushed stroke. You just place one dot there and you can move on to the other one, like one pixel at a time. Whereas full cross, you have to, stay with the stitch and do the second stitch, second leg. So I always feel like I'm painting it. It's really lovely, and the color is so pretty. And I like the slightly sort of a sketch-like effect as well with 10 stitches. Even though once it's all stitched up, to be honest, you can't really tell the difference between full cross and 10 stitches. But while you're stitching, it feels like you're sketching the piece. And it's so nice. Let me have a look here. Am I 1, 2, 3? Okay. Let me do these ones as I go. One, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm good. So 10 stitches can be a little bit hard to read sometimes because it's a slash rather than kind of a square. So it takes some time to kind of get used to it. So I think I'm running out of thread. I can manage 2 more, I think. There you go. And I'm doing a boomerang. Yes, I am. Boomerang ending, even though the thread is a little bit short, I'll manage. Here we go. Lovely. Let me find my little cutter here. Oh, Nati says, Yogi, virtual eyes. I'm not cross-stitching today. I'm diamond painting today. Oh, very naughty. I'm kidding. Yes, Nati is a diamond painter. And she's got a craft shop as well. And yes, go on then. Well, diamond painting, in terms of concept, we're just using different ways to mark our canvas or fabric to create images. 1 dot, 1 pixel at a time. So in some way, there's some similarity to it. Oh, hang on. I just marked some stitches I haven't done. I don't know why I did that. Here we go. Let me leave it like this. It's easier. So even though it doesn't look like a big box, it's 4 by 4. 16 blocks. So it's not small. Okay, number 1, color down. So the top row is pretty much filled in, I think. Yes. And so once you completed that, you come back to the second row and start to follow the symbol. So it's very easy, quite a simple concept, but great fun. So the next color is 3835, 3835. It's a lovely purple here. Let me have a look here. 3835, there are quite a lot of stitches. So I might No, I'm going to take one at a time. I was tempted to take 2 full strands rather than folding it in half. But I think I want to keep it, I don't want my thread to be too long, so I can kind of fill in from top to bottom as I go. Because if I have the thread too long, essentially I'm doing color completion, which I'm not really aiming to do. Lizzie says Dumbo here. Emphasis on the dumb. Oh, Lizzie, you're not dumb at all. Not at all. Yeah, Dumbo Club sounds nice. And Suzanne says, traveling library is calling me tonight. Very nice. So I'm slightly behind the chat, so bear with me. But I'll keep an eye on the latest joiners. We have Busy Mom Stitcher, welcome, and Kelly, Quotes Plus, joining us, and Christiane as well. And let's have a look. And Turtle Stitcher, Heather is also here, and Frida here. And Frida says, hello everyone, Yogi. I just watched your earlier video. You made the right decision to restart. Yes, I released the our stream where I explain why I had to restart my Gecko Rouge, because I think it's kind of a good sort of video to remind people this could happen. You know, if you know what happened to my Gecko Rouge, I had to restart after 2.5 years. Yes, I totally agree with you, Frida, because once I knew the pattern wasn't correct, even though I can probably fudge it in some way, but it will probably break my spirit, to be honest. It would definitely break my spirit. Oh, okay, it was this one. It would break my spirit if I had to pretend that it's correct and just keep going, because just that, upper left corner took me 2.5 years in order for me to catch up with the rest of the pattern in order to move on to the correct version, because technically you can probably do that. I'm going to spend probably another 2 years doing that, and I just couldn't. I had to, just call it a day and restart. And I'm loving it. I love the new start. So I think I definitely made the right decision. And Miriam says, hi Yogi, hi everyone. I'll be heading to bed in a minute. It's nearly 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Miriam. Yes. And have a lovely sleep. And you can listen to us while you're, getting to bed. We'll keep you company. Yogi's voice will send you to the dreamland. The rest of you, stay awake, okay? Only Miriam is allowing to sleep. Do not sleep on me, okay? Story of my life. People just sleep on me. Here we go. Let me move it over here. So I have to make a judgment call in terms of where I take my thread, because it could be anywhere. It's essentially cross-country. Let me take it down here. And then back up. Oh, there you go. Oh, amazing. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3. I'm counting. And Chrissy is working on the old kitchen today. Hey, the same piece. And drinking hot caramel coffee. I'm working on regular size, currently at 2%. Well done. Well done. Beautiful piece, isn't it? Kelly says, hello, Stitchy friends. I'm close to 2,050 stitches on spooky season. Well done. You know, I really want to make some progress with that piece. I would like to finish, well, ideally, you know, no promise, but I'd like to finish at least one panel. You know, that kitty panel that I'm working on. I'd like to have a kind of sense of completion for that piece before, you know, I put it away until next year. You know, I'll probably have to do a little bit of homework because next Wednesday, now the festive stitching is going to be on Wednesdays, okay? Just in case you haven't heard the update. And so next Wednesday will be the last session for Halloween stitching. So I would like to, you know, catch up before then so I can complete that panel, you know, by Halloween. And with gridded fabric, I just need to remind myself my first stitch is on the grey border rather than the white stitch, the white area, because I get mixed up. Here we go. See, it's already filling up. Betty Hankin is here joining us. Lizzie says, Yogi, my method is drunk spider typewriter method. It's a variation. And Susan is working on Woodland Santa, drinking coffee. Very nice. Oh, no hot chocolate today then. I will make one, okay, Suzanne, I promise. I know I say that every day. What am I like? It's like I've got all the ingredients there now because a few days ago I just kept forgetting getting milk so I can make hot chocolate. And now I have all ingredients. It's like, you know, I have limited time before I'll stream every evening, and every time I'm just thinking, oh, I'll just make a coffee. That's quicker, because with hot chocolate I need to get my little saucepan out to warm up the milk. So I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll do that tomorrow, and then you know what it's like. But I will have my hot chocolate. This is really nice. Really great fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here. And Sylvia is also here. Says, hi everyone. Coming stitch pattern. See, I do remember. I do my best. Leslie is working on Moon Gazing by Lisa Parker, drinking chamomile tea. Oh, Leslie, stay awake, okay? Chamomile tea, if I ever drink it, I fall asleep. It's very effective, very effective. And Heather says, 10 stitch and painting, some have suggested the original Impressionists were influenced by needlepoint. There was fashion then to create paintings that emphasize brush strokes. Oh, I have no idea. So needlepoint has been around for that long, has it? Because the needlepoint, I quite like needlepoint as well. You do 10 stitches with yarn, so much thicker. The material, the threads you use, they're essentially knitting yarn. And I love that as well. Oh, that's so interesting, because it is a little bit like that. An Impressionist is, painting stroke, just, kind of slightly sketch-like. And my natural style when I paint, and I love painting with pastel, that kind of material, and I'm known for painting with my fingers. So I literally just grab a small piece of pastel or stuff like that, or charcoal, and I'll start kind of rubbing. And so I paint in a very organic way. So that's why I love this effect, because it feels like I'm painting it. That is so interesting, Heather. Thank you for sharing that. And Kelly says typewriter within the panel is working with spooky season, but usually I'm half-assed about it. Well, you can blend methods and just tweak it for yourself. I do that all the time, bastardize it. And as long as it works, because ultimately we're just stitching. As long as you're making stitches, who cares? Maybe that's why I really enjoy 10 stitches. Just feel like I'm painting. Oh, that one is not correct. Let me do a bit of a reverse stitching. Oh dear. It's a little bit stuck. Hello, let me reverse you, please. I was trying to be clever. I tried to put the needle back up, and then it got caught like that. Oh dear. It's okay, it's okay, it's all good. Let me keep that stitch. How's that? And I'll maybe stitch over. You won't notice it. You won't notice it. Oh no, in fact, that is correct. That is fine. That is fine. No, it's all good. It's all good. I just need to do a few more stitches. Very nice. That's fine. Let me have a look. Where am I? 2 over there. So that one, that's the one I'm looking for. That one is done. I was looking at the completely wrong block. So this is what happens when I work with too many blocks. So this one, I think I'm going to just leave it like that. Maybe just a couple more stitches. That's fine. And I'll do a boomerang here. It's all fine. It's all fine. Lizzie is asking, what is boomerang stitching? So boomerang is a ending method. We kind of explored and learned. It was Natalia. I haven't seen Natalia for a while, but Natalia was the one that initially sent me YouTube comment. And because I was saying on the stream, I was saying that I'm looking for a good way to end threads, doing 10 stitches, because up to that point I was doing the I just pull the end thread over 10 stitches away and pull out. A lot of people do that, but what happens is it creates a lot of bulk underneath the fabric, and also it's just messy because sometimes you run into those end bits. So Natalia came along and she introduced us to a method. I think she learned it from, was it Romanian stitches? I can't remember. Something like that. If I quoted the country incorrectly, apologies. And she learned it and she shared with us, and we tested it live on the stream together, and then it worked. So I will. So I'm gonna keep stitching. So next time I end my thread, I would remind you, and I'll demonstrate it slowly for you. Okay, it's very easy and also surprisingly secure way to end 10 stitches, because 10 stitches is tricky to end because you only have one leg, so you can't disguise your, I can't do a tuck in because it's going to show. So I'll show you in a minute. And I want to go back to your comments here, because everybody's sharing what they're working on. I'm curious. I'd like to know. So here we go. Let me pick my next color here. And also this Saturday, I'm talking about stitching methods, right? So this Saturday, we're going to have our Amy Sao, of course, at the usual time, maybe about 8 p.m. UK time, okay, so you can do the conversion. But I'm going to do another stream before that to do a walkthrough of parking method, block by block diagonal. And the reason I want to do that is I've been getting a lot of questions regarding parking, particularly from, you know, not necessarily brand new stitchers. Maybe they have been stitching different type of projects, you know, like the ones I was doing for many years. So the dimensions, you know, very low confetti, if at all, type of patterns. And so parking method is brand new for them. And I've been getting a lot of questions, and it's very hard to explain. Just doing, oh, I've got another one here. It's very hard to explain just through text, through a comment. So I thought, well, why don't I just do a quick walkthrough, just demonstrate how I would stitch using parking method. And I thought block by block would be a good one, because parking method, there are different ones, right? And let me just pick my thread first. 3722, 3722. Because parking method, the topic is really, really wide. There are different ways you can park. You can park with pretty much all methods, right? 3722. 3722. Let me find it first. Oh, I've got one threaded already. Wonderful. And but I thought block by block would be a good way to start, because that's the first parking method I learned. So I want to share that. So I'm going to do a stream. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm aiming to stitch probably a couple blocks, just enough to demonstrate the method. And you know, and I'll do that stream first, and then once that's done, we'll probably take a little break, depends on how much time we've got there, and then we will do our usual stream around 8 p.m. So the demo I'm going to do is, I'm thinking maybe around 4 o'clock UK time or something. So we have a little bit of leeway and have a little break, you know, for me and for you before our stitch together, our regular Amy day. So hang on, let me just do a quick boomerang to start here, but I will slow down when I do the ending boomerang, okay, Lizzie? And all of you, if you're curious, because we just refer it, refer the stitch name And obviously, some of you have just found us recently. You wouldn't know. So here we go. Here we go. Lizzie, and all of you, if you don't know what boomerang stitch is, that's what I'm going to do. So with boomerang, you do need to know you're about to end, okay? Because you need to stitch a little bit differently. So you kind of need to know, okay, this is my last stitch. I'm going to end the thread right here. So watch this, okay? So I've come up from the bottom left. So this is my last stitch here, just around here. And so I come up with bottom left and then go to the upper right there. So that's like you're just doing a regular 10 stitch. Okay, so far so good. But when I pull my thread down, I do not pull it all the way. I leave a little loop there. Okay, so instead of just finishing my 10 stitch, I leave a loop there open, and then I'm going to come up from the bottom right. Okay, so this is where I got a little bit confused in the beginning, because I thought, well, if you come up with bottom right, essentially you're doing full cross. Where do you go from there? But this is how it works. So you pull it up from the bottom right there. Can you see that? Okay. If you're on the mobile devices, you can pinch and enlarge, zoom into the view there. Okay, so I'm going to pull my needle up, and then what I'm going to do is turn the needle around and pull it through this loop there that I created. And then pull all the way through, okay? So essentially you're completing with your 10 stitch, but with the thread coming from bottom right there, pulling through. So what happens here is we want to insert the needle back to bottom left. That's where you come up. So we're moving it, we're turning it back down, and give it a gentle pull. Don't pull it too hard. Can you see what's happening? That's why it's called boomerang, because the thread is going down from where you come up. So majority of people probably do 10 this direction. Some people might do the reverse, then you do it in reverse, okay? But I think majority of 10 stitches I've seen is going this direction, slanted to the right. So once you done that, give it a gentle pull, and you can come up a couple of stitches away, all right? And then snip it off. And that's your boomerang. So you can see a tiny bit of thread poking through from the bottom right there, because you are pulling, you know, the thread from bottom right. But what happens is, once everything is stitched around this end stitch, you cannot see it. Make sense? If you look at this bit, this is finished, you know, pretty much fully completed area here, and there's some, I'm sure there are probably some boomerang stitches there, but you cannot see. So you know, so everything blends in, and it's a fantastic way to end 10 stitches, because up to that point I was doing, you know, pulling the thread through and with some fur on the fabric, and also it builds up a lot of material at the bottom. So it's, you know, as you stitch, if you do sort of cross country in any shape or form, or even block by block, things start to get very bulky. So make sense, everyone? And Lakika is here. Hello, hello. And Joyce is those who joined us. Wonderful. Good to see you. Yes. Come to see Yogi every day, so I know you're doing well, you know. And if you don't come to see me, particularly regulars, if I don't see you show up for a while, I'm going to be wondering, I'm going to be worried. So always come to say hello. And so that's boomerang for you. nice and simple. And it takes a little bit of a practice, okay? Because in the beginning it might feel a little bit awkward. Even now, even though I do a lot of boomerang, sometimes you could end up looking, you know, the stitch can end up looking slightly messy, not as tidy, or slightly bulky. It does happen. It does happen. So when that happens, you know, if it doesn't look too bad, I tend to just leave it, not try to fix it. When everything is stitched up, you can't see it. You can't see it. So, but practice is the key. So, you know, if you do more of it, if you're comfortable and you know how to manage your thread as you do it. Okay? So now I'm going to pick my next color here. So I'm following the pattern, okay? I do what it tells me to do. Following the symbols. So the next one is 550, one of my favorite colors, purple. 550. And Lizzie is asking, I think I got it. Can you do it to full cross as well? Yes. Yes. And also on top of that, not only it's a very good ending method, as you can see, I started with it as well. You can do the same with 10 stitches, because with full cross, I have more options. I have various ways to start and end. But 10 stitches is a lot trickier. So I use, if I can't do a loop, so now I'm folding my thread in half. Whenever I can, I do a loop. But if I have left over just 2 separate strands, then I would do, I'll use the method to start as well. It works the same way. Works the same way. So it's very, very useful, and you can apply it to full cross as well. You just do the same with the second leg, right? So you could do that as well, and it's pretty secure so far. I haven't had any issues. Haven't had any issues of threads coming loose or anything like that. And also boomerang, you know, is the name is coined by our Joyce, who has just joined us. So she's in charge of the naming department of the channel. If we don't know what to call something, we just turn to Joyce and she come up with something. You know. So I think this one, I am going to end with a boomerang because I don't want to take a cross over here. So it's a judgment call I have to make. And with 10 stitches, I cannot really do a yogi move, because with full cross, sometimes I would take the thread away and anchor it under one of the existing stitches and then take the thread somewhere else. But with 10, I can't really do that. So if I don't want to take a cross across the stitch area, I end it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So here we go. I'm going to mark these ones, 3 stitches, 550. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Hey, Mandy Moran is also here with us. Good to see you, Mandy. Oh, the coffee is delicious. Let's have a look. So next one, following the symbol. The next one will be, oh, there's more on the second row. So this one will be over here, that one. Oh, it's that one. That one. There's something about not having to decide which one to pick. It's quite free. So 3A63, 3A63. So this method, typewriter method, was pioneered by Stitching Mummy. She's got a YouTube channel. She does a lot of hand stitching. 3A63. She makes hand stitching look very easy, but it's not. For those of us who have tried, 3A63, 3, here we go. And she's also the one that invented this method. So all credit to her, Stitching Mummy. Is it Stitchy Mummy or Stitching Mummy? I think it's Stitching Mummy. Joyce, hang on, let me pull up Joyce's comment here. Joyce says, got a new boomerang version for 2/110. For a single stitch, I use 1 strand and do the 10 stitch. Hang on, 2/1, okay, 2/110, just like what I'm doing here. For single stitch, I use 1 strand and do the 10 stitch. Then I stitch over it with the boomerang. Oh, so 2 legs in the same direction saves on bulk. So Joyce, okay. Do you guys get it? So Joyce says when just single stitch. So Joyce, you only do it for single stitch, right? Like a ninja stitches. Instead of doing what I just did, using 2 strands, Joyce is taking 1 strand, stitch 1 leg, and then build up the second leg with boomerang. Ha! There you go. I told you we have very the most clever stitchers in the chat here. Okay, and those of you who are lurking, if you're really clever, come forward. Okay, help us out here. And Yogi doesn't have the brain power. Okay, so I'm counting on you guys. Okay, I might give it a try when I come across the next single stitch. I will try it. Live demonstration. Okay. Thank you, Joyce. That's so interesting. Never occurred to me. Okay, never occurred to me. So here we go. So I've got 1 stitch here. So I will try that the next time I come across a single stitch. So why do I, hang on, is that the correct stitch? No, it's not. There is 1 more loose ones here. So it's actually here. So I need to find out what that stitch is. That one has been marked on my chart, but it's not stitched. Oh, I know what that is. Okay, I got it. That's fine. But this one should come over here. So I'm doing a loop. Whenever I can, I do a loop. It's just easier to start. And once I've done that, I'm coming down here. One, 2. Jackie, yes, Jackie is unlurking herself. So Jackie says, official lurker checking in. I'm not clever though. Oh, that's okay. I'm sure you are. Clever people never admit they're clever. I know you, Jackie. And it's very good of you to unlurk, so I know you're there. I can say hello to you. You know, if you're lurking, I would know. I don't have superpower. I'm not able to see through who is actually here watching. Here we go. You know, you're free to unlurk yourself. You don't have to be super clever. I'm sure you are. And let's move it down here. Oh, and Lizzie is a much better YouTuber than me. She's telling everyone to like the video, okay? Very kind of you, Lizzie. Here we go here. Oh, Lakika says, I have exciting news. I officially reached 1/3 complete on my curiosity project. Chocolate time. Yes, indeed. Well done, Lakika. Yes, go, go, go. That's amazing. 1/3, yeah, 1/3 is like, is it 35? No, 25. 1/3, I can't count. 35% or something like that. It's a milestone, absolutely. Okay, let me find my spot here, okay? 1, 2, and 3. Interesting. Why is it, oh, you see, hang on. 1, 2, stitch 1, 2 stitches, 3 stitches. Okay, it's that one. That color looks a little bit suspicious. Betty Hanking says, I'm not a clever one. I'm not a clever one. I used my real name for YouTube many, many years ago. Yes, beware. Do not share personal information. Yes, I know. Well, the thing is, once it's out there, you can't take it back. So, you know, just be mindful. Be mindful. And I'm gonna do, there's 3 more here. Okay, there are a couple of stitches off. Look at this. Like these 2 brown stitches, they should be 1 row up actually. So they're 1 stitch off. And the reason being that I get confused with these grey borders constantly. It's hopeless. That's okay. You can't really see the difference. It's all blended in. A little boomerang here. Okay, very nice. Oh, pirate. We've got another unlurker here. Special category. Pirate says, I'm also going to unlurk myself for once. Hello. Well done, pirate. Round of applause. Yes. Thank you for saying hello. Yes, very nice. Sanga is asking, is there a version for 1/1 full cross single stitch? A version for what? For boomerang? One of our, yes. So with the full cross, it works the same way. You just apply that loop, threading process with the second leg. So you do the first leg the same way. When you do the second cross, second leg, depends on which way you're crossing. I normally cross from bottom right to upper left. So you put your needle down, you insert the needle for the second leg without pulling all the way through, come up from the bottom left again. I think, hang on. Yes, I think you do the opposite. Yes, so bottom left and then thread it through. Then you complete the stitch the same way. I think it will make sense when you do it. So if you give it a try. So you can do it 1/1, 2/1, doesn't matter. It's just how the stitch is constructed. Right, let me pick my next color. So there's one thing I need to fix here. So there's one stitch missing here that is actually marked on my pattern, and I know which one that is. So this one is the third stitch. Third stitch. That one. So there's one stitch I need to make up for. It's 37722. 37722. Oh, this one would be a very good candidate to do what Joyce just explained. So this one is only just one stitch left in this area. So perfect. Okay, watch this. So Joyce, I'll give it a go. Okay, I'll see if it makes sense. So here's one stitch only left in this area of this color. So I'm going to use single strand instead. Okay, I'm going to just do one stitch and then complete it. So I am going to thread it over just a single strand. Okay, so instead of two, single strand. Okay, guys, and I am going to do the stitch normally, but with single strand. Joyce, let me know, scream at me if I'm doing it wrong, okay, so I can fix it. So I'm pulling my needle down a couple of stitches away as a start, and then I'm going to come up to the bottom left of this stitch with a single strand. Okay, and I'm going to leave the tail there just to be safe, and then I'm going to do my 10 stitch with a single strand normally. Is that right, Joyce? Pull it all the way down, but I need another strand because this is a 2-strand tent, so I'm going to come up again. Well, the coverage is really good even for one strand. Maybe I can just do single strand. CXC is very full, it's amazing. So I'm coming up from the bottom left one more time with a single strand, And now I'm going to do my boomerang, doing exactly the same way. And as I'm doing it, it's starting to dawn on me why this stitch is going to be good, okay? And I'll share that. And I think that's what, I think it's the correct stitch, right? Yes. It's a little bit tricky to see because the thread is pretty full, even just one stitch. I have to find it. So now I'm going to thread it through, loop it, put a needle through the loop, pull it all the way up, just like I would do with 2 strands, and then come back down to the left, and then complete my stitch here. Ooh, can you see what's happening here? And some of you might go, well, why would you want to do that? And Joyce has very good reason, and I agree, which is sometimes, and some of you probably have reported this as well, when you do a boomerang with 2 strands in particular, sometimes the stitches come out a little bit uneven or a little bit bulky because, you know, weird things happen in between. Most of the time, for me, it was more of a, when I do single stitches like this, it doesn't come out as nice as I'm ending a stitch for some reason. Or if I start with boomerang, sometimes the stitches come out a little bit bulky. But as you can see, because you're dealing with single strand here, when you do the looping, which is most of the time creating that unevenness and loop and bulkiness, when you have a single strand, you have less of that problem. Right, Joyce? Yes, thumbs up from Joyce. Congratulations to Yogi. Yes. Oh, I say this all the time. I know. I you know, sometimes I feel like a Yogi, you're overdoing it. But I keep saying Joyce is so clever. I think she might be the most clever person in Holland, in Netherlands, if not in the stitching universe. Who would have thought of this, right? Because I'm just content doing boomerang, you know. And lo and behold, I didn't know you could actually improve it, because I thought, you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And now, you know, lo and behold, Joyce. Round of applause for Joyce. Joyce, do you have another name for this then? Like a different version of boomerang? It's like, I don't know, ninja boomerang or something, you know? So we know what you know what we're talking about. You know, guys, if you have just joined this group, you know, you have no idea how many new words, terms that we have come up for this group. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. And that's why sometimes we create emoji, or I create emojis for our group. So we can just go, hey, this is what it is. And there's a boomerang. There's a boomerang emoji there, okay, guys? So go for it. Very nice. Yes, indeed. Round of applause for Joyce, yes, for being so clever. I don't know. Maybe it's all the tender stem broccoli Joyce has been eating. I need to eat more of that. I need some of the brain power. And Joyce says, it's less bulky. Oh wait, you get 2 start threads and 2 finish threads. Yes. New way, you've got 1 start and 1 end thread. Exactly. You explained it so well. Yes, exactly. Because the bulk is creating by the fact that you are essentially doing a half full cross. Well, quarter, 1 and quarter, right? A half and quarter. So if you do 1 first leg normally, and then apply the technique to the second round, then, as you can see, it looks nice and flat. Well, sometimes if I do it right, two strands can come out pretty nice as well. Like the other one, I can't even find it anymore because it blends in. But the likelihood of it comes out bulky is higher when you have two strands, and it's perfect for single stitch because obviously you're only using one single strand, so you can't just carry on stitching. But single stitch starting and finishing at the same time, a lot of times you have the bulk issue. So this way you don't. Another round of applause. A round of applause for Joyce. Absolutely, it's so simple, but it makes perfect sense and it's quite easy to do. Guys, stay with us. This live stream is tremendous. I learn so much every single day with you, and I hope you do as well. It's that little, improvements like this that's enhancing not just the stitch result, but stitching experience as well. No one likes bulky stitches, right? We like everything to be nice and even. So well done, well done. Thank you. And it's so generous of all you guys sharing your knowledge with us. So it's wonderful. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy. So here we go. Next color. Following, so I fixed that one. That one wasn't stitched, but was marked on my pattern, so I missed it. And now I can move forward. And now, in a way, I'm almost looking forward to ninja stitches because, I can apply the new technique. 3064. 3064. Here we go. 3064. Oh, Joyce, I missed this one. So Joyce says, I was complaining about misreading the borders. And Joyce says, why don't you grid lines over the grey lines you don't understand? You don't have to count. Just a thin line with pencil where the grid line. Joyce, can you stop being clever? I can't take it anymore. Yes, that's a solution. But the thing is, though, I'm using pencils, right? And my pencil is also grey. Let me try it. Okay? I don't know whether it's visible. Because my issue, I don't know any of you have the same issue. I think I've got, multiple stitches agree with this, is because the border actually occupies the entire stitch, like an entire row, horizontally and vertically. Sometimes if you do not check and check again, remembering where you start, because technically you can start from the grey border here. So tricky part is I'm starting like this. So from the top, I'm starting from the first row, that's white, but on the left, I'm starting from the grey row or vertical column, whatever. So maybe that's why it's getting my brain kind of, or jumbled up. So I don't know, maybe some of you just follow the white stitch and then end with a grey stitch and be consistent. But for some reason, I kind of, from the very beginning using gridded fabric, I just decided that from the top, I'm going to start with white row, and the left, I'm starting with grey. So that's why it's a little bit tricky. It's kind of slightly hard to see, but it's workable. You probably can't see it, but I can. So let me see if I could strengthen. Yes, this might help me to not making the same mistake so frequently. It just seems like it's getting worse because I use plain fabric more now, so I'm used to kind of seeing a very thin line there. Let me see if this will improve my situation here. Here we go. Oh, Susan says, use your blue pen. Well, yes, I do have these sort of blue pen here that's water soluble. The problem is I can give it a try. I think it might be a little bit bulky, but because sometimes it bleeds with, this is 25 count. Let me have a look. It might be okay, actually. Yeah, it might be okay. Might be okay. Because with plain fabric, maybe the gridded fabric, it doesn't bleed as much, I think. But, oh, that's good, Suzanne. Oh, I told you we have clever people here. I thought about blue pen, but I was thinking maybe it's going to bleed. But for the gridded fabric, it's a little bit bulkier. It seems to be okay. Yeah. Good. This is better. This is better. Yes, I think that's correct. Oh, hang on, see? I've got this whole row incorrectly. Oh, no. I'm confusing myself. No, I am starting from the gray row from top as well. See? I don't even remember myself. That's why. Because I thought the whole row here was incorrect. Thank God. No. Oh, Yogi's brain power is diminishing as we speak. So, yes, I was correct. So, see, I don't even remember my own convention here. So I am starting from the gray row and on the left as well. For some reason, I don't know why I misremember that. So I'm correct with this. Okay, thank God. So I am going to grid it with my blue pen here. Yes, so this is correct. This is correct. I was wondering, why would I start from the gray row and then horizontally the white one? Can you even read this? Okay, so I'm good. I'm good. Yes, I'm good. So I think I think it should be okay. Who knows? I can't even read it anymore. It's got so many lines. Yes. I'll see how it goes. And Belinda says, late arrival, I need to sleep now for some stitching before work. Oh, you've just woken up. Well done. And how nice to stitch before work. Happy days. Hello to my stitchy friends. Belinda, welcome. Yes, do a little bit of stitching with us. Do a little bit of stitching with us. That's a wonderful way to wake up, isn't it? I've got some peppermint tea as well. Let me take a sip. Oh, yes, all that gridding. I need to maybe have a piece of chocolate. Who knows? Dear, oh dear. Let me just open the bottle, the lid of my flask. Joy says your horizontal line needs to be higher. I know, I just noticed. For some reason, I don't know why I said I start with the white row. No, top and left, you know, I'm following the grey border. Oh dear, my brain is fried. Pascal is also joining us. Says hello, beautiful people. Yes, we are full of beautiful people, beautiful stitchers here. And Marilyn says, I think Yogi needs chocolate. Indeed, I think I do. Maybe, you know, the sugar level is a little bit low. Indeed, why not? Let me follow Pascal's guidance. Let me have some chocolate here. Okay, chocolate button time, guys. Chocolate button time. All right, let me show you here. It's my chocolate button. I use this little clipper to keep it fresh. But yes, it's a new bag, newish bag that I opened yesterday. All right, so fair amount of buttons are still there. Okay, so I finished one bag before. Oh, very nice. And giant chocolate button. Okay, if you haven't got your giant chocolate button, just bring anything chocolate to you. And join me, or power snacks. Let me know what you're snacking. Okay. Yes. Beautiful. Joy says check the pattern. That's the problem. I don't. I don't. Yes. Big button here, okay? This is not for you know, like for amateurs. This is a proper button and it's huge, okay? And it's nice button, just pure chocolate. Pure chocolate. No biscuits, just pure chocolate. Here we go. Cheers, everyone. Whatever you're snacking. Or if you haven't got a snack, my condolences to you. You know, I'm so sorry. Grab some snacks. Grab some snacks. Ebony, hello. Good to see you, Ebony. We were just talking about you, you know, escaping this pattern because of the kitty. So Ebony is afraid of kitties, you see. No kitty stitching for Ebony. Lizzie says, I have some Terry's chocolate orange. Oh, that's nice too. Orange and chocolate, they go together. Yes, so I wasn't entirely crazy, okay? I didn't start gray line from the left and white from the top. I started from top and left, both following the gray border. I got confused myself. It's crazy. But this is really pretty, really pretty. So now I'm gonna look for the blue line there as much as I can. It does help, yes. I don't know whether you can see it on the screen, but it does help. Let me have a sip of my coffee as well. Yes, I feel better with a piece of chocolate for sure. I think my brain cell just needed some cacao powder, some cacao. Ebony, you're not sad. You're escaping from the kitty. You're happy. Because Ebony loves this pattern other than the kitty. Hey, Rochelle. Rochelle says, Stitchy, peeps, happy Thursday. Hope everything's doing well. Yes. It's much better now. Now I have some chocolate in my mouth. Lovely. I'm gonna keep the chocolate action going while I'm resuming a little bit of stitching here. I can multitask. Here we go. Right. So with this color, let me double check. 3064. And here we go. So when I have stitches running in a row, I tend to just leave a tail and not having any particular starting method. Just stitch over the thread underneath. Where am I here? 1, 2. Am I correct? 1, 2, and 1. Okay. That looks a little bit iffy. and here. But luckily, you know, this pattern, if you kind of misstitch a couple of stitches, it's okay. It all blends in. It's just, you know, that kind of pattern. You can get away with it a lot more. So I say, giving myself excuses. One more here. Yeah, I can see the blue line. I can see the blue line. Oh, Suzanne has made a hot chocolate. Yes, very nice. You know, if we were doing marathon today, I would have just, you know, have a little tea break and make myself a hot chocolate as well. Two here. So I'm going to cut this bit off. There you go. Oh, let me have another piece of chocolate. My body's asking for it. Another button. Here we go. So this is not like a button you can just pop into your mouth as it is. It's so huge. I'm going to bite it in half. Oh, Lizzie, is there a diamond painting version of this piece as well? Here we go. One more. And then I'm going to take it down here, I think. 1 and 2. Yeah, like Lakika, well, Lakika, you can have the hot chocolate after meal, right? You can have it like a dessert. Here we go. Quite a few stitches of this color. Three. One. So fast. I've been doing a lot of full cross recently. So this just feels like flying. Whoops. Come back to the right here. Yes, apparently there is I can't remember who was stitching the quick stitch version of this. So they sometimes with a large piece, they have small crops of different areas, like highlighted area. They turn into a single pattern. Yes, that'll be lovely to stitch. Hey, Peggy. Peggy says, I'm lurking. I should be napping. I like this one. Peggy's joining us on lurking. I bought dark and white chocolate buttons. I'm waiting for them to arrive. Happy stitching. Oh, amazing. So there are white chocolate button as well. Wonderful. Yes. Oh, can't wait. Yes. Chocolate buttons are great. I know blocks of chocolates are also delicious, but something about buttons. Buttons just so much fun, isn't it? Particularly giant buttons. I can manage 3 more stitches down here. Oh, maybe 4. Maybe all these ones. Why not? I think I've got enough thread here. And then last one. I'm going to do a boomerang. Here we go. See this one? You can tell it's just slightly bulkier. And I don't know why sometimes it just happens like that. So, it does happen. Sometimes you just have a slightly less attractive finishing with boomerang. Happens to me anyway. But there you go. And Steph has also joined us. Steph Wild Fox Stitchery says, hi everyone, I'm going to watch while I run on the treadmill. Absolutely. It will give you motivation and energy, particularly, now you're able to watch me enjoying my power snacks, It's going to give you all a motivation to run on the treadmill. Lovely. And Peggy, oh, another Peggy. We've got 2 Peggies. So we've got, oh no, it's the same Peggy, sorry. I misread the last bit. And Peggy says, hello everyone, my favorite channel. I know. It's my favorite channel too. Oh, Claudia's little kitty. Yes, we have a lot of cat owners here, and also, well, cat owners, quote unquote, they own you, okay? But quite a lot of tabby owners as well. And we also have Eve's Garden returning again to watch while working. Don't tell, yes. We won't tell. I'll talk quietly, okay? Hush, hush. Hush, hush, and we'll keep you company. Having another sip of my peppermint tea. So soothing. So Steph says, I'm very motivated to get done with my workout so I can stitch. I know. You can do it. You can do it. Right. Next one. I'm going to follow the order here. So there would be this little stitch there, which is 3328. 3328. Oh, it's a nice pink. That's a surprise. I didn't expect pink to be here. Kind of summery pink. This one. Just one stitch there. Hang on. If it's one stitch, I can apply the technique, can't I? So I need to separate this one, which I'll need to find a way to manage some single strands, some double strand. But here we go. Here's my single strand. I'm going to practice that stitch one more time. The new technique. Okay, Joyce, have you got a new name for this? I don't think you put in the chat. We need a new well, we have boomerang, standard boomerang, and we have the ninja version of boomerang. Just single stitch here. So I am going to just do one leg to start with. Oops. I pull a little bit too hard. Too keen. So let me come up again. Hey River, good to see you. Our River is just here on time, in time to watch my demonstration of this really terrible demonstration. I kept pulling the thread all the way through. Here we go. First leg. All right, here. First leg. Just pulling down as normal. Second round. Boomerang time. Yes, it also reduces the little bit on the corner there to half as well. Here we go. Single stitch. Done. There. So it's nice and flat. The only thing though, because this one is single strand, I need to have a way to kind of store this piece. Maybe I'll just thread it through my I'll just thread it through my organizer here rather than keeping it on the needle. So normally with 2 strands, if I have left over, I actually dog my needles here on the felt there. But I think because it's a single strand, so it's all these ones are double. So 3328, hang on, let me find it. 3328 here. So what I'm going to do with single strands like that, oops, it's here. 3328 here. What I'm going to do is just thread it through and pull out a needle. So it will be just single strand here. So these are for ninja stitches like that. So I'll just use it next time when I'm done, when I need it. NinjaStar. Joyce has come up the name for the new technique based on boomerang. NinjaStar. NinjaStar is lovely. I'm I'm gonna have to create an emoji for this one. NinjaStar, round of applause is official. This new technique for ninja stitches is called NinjaStar. That's it. Here we go. Guys, learn the lingo, learn the lingo. Wonderful. Now we have a name. And the second row, literally, I only have one stitch left. So, wonderful. So this one is 3, 2, 7, another beautiful purple. 3, 2, 7. Lakika says, moving to lurk mode. Have a great stitchy time. And you too, Lakika. Really good to see you. Kimberly, hello, hello. Kimberly says, hi everyone, just got back from my 35th honeymoon. Oh my goodness. Spent a couple of days at the beach. It was amazing. Congratulations, Kimberly. 35th honeymoon. Wow. That's not easy. And I hope you had a great time. Had a great time. So I'm going to mark as I go so I don't get confused. I am going to move my stitches over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That one over here. Oh, it's okay. For a moment I thought I made a mistake. No, I haven't. It's all good. All good. Joy says you can thread the leftover, fold it double in a needle and dock it. Next time you use it, you can even do a loop start. Joyce, please stop. Stop being clever. I can't. Okay, yes. Well, it depends on how long the leftover is. Yes, you could just fold it over and dock it. And next time you can do a loop start. Oh, I can't. You know what? We need to clone Joyce. And so all of us can have a Joyce in the house. Like, just for general tasks, anything. Instead of ChatGPT, you just ask Joyce. How's that? I think you probably get better results. Yes, that's absolutely right, Joyce. I can do another loop start, of course. Unless it's really short, then I probably wouldn't. That is so clever. Seriously. Oh, I'm glad you had a great time, Kimberly. I mean, it's quite special, if you spend time with someone for 35 years and, you still want to go on a trip with them. That's pretty good. You're doing something right. Oh dear, what's happening here? 1, 2, yes. And I find it confusing, even though they're marking the border with these grey stitches, but it's not grey all the way through. It alternates from grey to white. So sometimes if you don't look very carefully, you don't realize you're stitching on the border row. I mean, I think they're just trying to confuse you in general. They don't want to make it easy. You know, they're probably just scheming every day, trying to come up with ways and thinking, how can we confuse these poor stitchers and make it harder for them? So let's come up with a fabric. You know, it's kind of marked with borders, but slightly random. That's my theory. It's just like some chart creators. They just use numbers as symbol. Oh, this one slipped. There you go. It does happen, okay? So don't panic. When that happens, I just literally, I try not to fix it. I just stitch again. And normally it doesn't do it the second time. Or just move the needle and push it down in a different way. Okay, it looks a bit bulky, okay? It's not pretty, but once everything's stitched up, you can't see it. So it does slip sometimes with even weave. It does happen. But I don't mind. Right, so next one. Very nice. Oh, I still have another button waiting for me. Cheers, everyone. Just take a bite here. So, the third row, that would be my choice. Following the order here. Sometimes when I'm doing typewriter method, if I have the width too far away, let's say if I'm being ambitious and start stitching really wide, eventually I run out of patience and I start, you know, and I go, well, you know, forget about following the patterns like in order. Let me just stitch whatever I want. So that can happen. But I think 3 blocks or 4 blocks is manageable. Because sometimes you just get, you know, start to feel slightly tedious. And you just go, well, let me just stitch whatever I want. Forget about typewriting. So I think the trick is not to, you know, do in the area that's just too vast for your attention span. Right. 3A61. 3A61. Three, 8, 6, 1. It's a brown. Joy says when you squint, you will see the great lines really are stitches. Wow. When I see the great line, I just see the great line. Yes, I suppose if I look carefully, I'm aware they're stitches. It's just that in my mind, I just filter, my brain just filters out the fact that they're, you know, it's an entire row of stitches. I just interpret them as just borders. So I want to ignore it. There you go. That's my brain for you. Joyce, you and I don't have the same brain, okay? I think you probably know by now. So that's that one. I can do a loop start. Down this way. Lizzie says, I had a few cases where it has slipped, referring to boomerang. She says, I find it if I put it in another cross, the slippage before stops, if I'm slipping again. So does that mean just stitch over it? I tend to just stitch over it and pretend it didn't happen. In denial. And you can't really tell afterwards once everything is stitched around that stitch. Right, oh, this one's tricky. I might need to end my thread here, because in order to get to the next stitch, I have to cross over this 3 or 4 rows, which I don't want to. It's my own rule. I just don't like taking threads over stitch area too far. So I'm gonna do an end. Oh, this one is not gonna be pretty. Okay, guys, close the eyes. This one, for some reason, is gonna be pretty ugly. Okay, it happens. Ugly boomerang coming up. You know, you've never witnessed an ugly boomerang. Here it is. For some reason, one of the strands just got caught. So it's not happy. I don't know why that happens. Oh, there you go. I managed to pull it slightly. Okay. Still not pretty, but it's not the worst I've seen. There. Oh, it's all blended now. There. 3861. Let me pop it back. And the next one. It's a purple. All right, just two stitches. 38303. It's a burgundy. Yeah, 2 stitches is tricky, isn't it? Technically, I could just apply a NinjaStar twice, can't I? Right? Because I'm literally starting from one stitch and then end at the second one. Let me try that then. 3803. Let me take single strand here. You know what I mean? Because even though it's not single stitch, but I'm literally starting. I can start with boomerang, with NinjaStar, and then end with NinjaStar, right? Let me give it a go. Hey, Heather House is here. Welcome. She says, hello friends, I'm late to the party today. Happy Thursday. Yes, I need a full report. Why are you late for the class? So there you go. I'm perfect timing, Heather, because I'm going to demonstrate our new technique, okay, invented by Joyce here. It's called NinjaStar. And this time I'm going to do double NinjaStar because I literally only have 2 stitches here. Look, 2 stitches here, then I'm going to start with one and finish with the other. So normally I would do a boomerang to start and boomerang to end. And it may or may not come out bulky, but now I'm going to do the single strand version, okay? And I think it's workable, right? Let me do the first leg. It's so full, I literally have to find it afterwards because and the whoops, here we go. Let's try again. First leg, first strand, and come down, and second strand coming up the same location, and now I'm going to apply boomerang. And also maybe this technique is less likely to slip. I don't know, it just feels like that. Oh look, perfect. And then I'm gonna end in the next stitch because literally I only have 2 stitches for this color. Just when I thought this stitch cannot be improved, lo and behold, 1, second one, gonna come up from the bottom right there. Yes, why not? Perfect. Joy says not stitches, they are what? Axis? Oh, axis. Oh, you're referring to the shape of, hang on, let me just do this. Let me pull this out here. And then the only thing I have to do is to rethread. That's kind of slightly extra I have to do in order to apply what Joy suggests. So I'm gonna fold it in half and rethread it and maybe dock it on my organizer 3A03. I don't mind threading. I enjoy threading. It's very therapeutic. There you go. Ready for a loop start next time. Oh, it's perfect. And Kelly says, hi again. Last laundry load is in the dryer. Life happens when we stitch, right? All the life stuff that we have to do. Feeding, pets, cats, whatever, husband, or ourselves. And Joy says, yes, I do ninja stars for 1, 2, or 3 stitches. Yes, 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 it could. Because sometimes I can feel the kind of slightly dreading feeling coming if I have just 1 and 2, because I know I have to start with one and end with the other. And I think 3 is applicable as well. Sorry, I have chocolate in my mouth. Joys. You're probably tired of me praising you, but I'm going to praise again. Joyce is just too clever. Here we go. So I've got last 2, they're both the same stitches, and I've got, hang on, let me see how many stitches. Oh, I've got quite a few with this one. That's okay then. So 3rd row, last 2. See, today I've been following the order properly. I need a round of applause, Very often by this point, I'm I've gone rogue. I just go, well, forget that. let's just stitch whatever we want. Today, I've been following the sequence 3835. One of those rare occasions. 3835. Three eight three five. It's not a purple. River says, do you need to do that twice for that method, or you're doing it twice because you're using a single strand? River, basically, the first, yes, you're using single strand rather than two, but the first leg, you just do a normal 10 stitch. Okay, and then you come up, wrap it over, but and when you do the second time, then you apply the boomerang technique or method. Ooh. Here we go. We need 2 strands this time. So it's quite simple but effective. So you know your stitches are quite flat with no extra bulk. Let me go over there. Yeah, let me start with this one. Here we go. And I love the name as well, NinjaStar, because ninjas, one of their weapons are those like darts, but star-shaped darts, isn't it? So it's perfect. Not that I'm expert of ninjas, but I've seen those. I've seen those. It's one of the ninja weapons. Here we go. Very nice. I'm not even sure what I'm stitching. I haven't checked the pattern. Probably doesn't matter. Something beautiful anyway. So here we go. Come up here. Three. Throwing stars. Is that the name of those weapons? Oh yeah, Kelly says everybody knows. Everybody's a ninja expert. Kelly says yes, throwing stars. Hobby likes movies of that subject. Okay, Kelly is a subject matter expert, ninja expert, or at least the husband is. Throwing stars, yes. So it's perfect. It's a perfect name. Lovely. 1, 2. There's one over here. Lovely. Lovely. Something's happening here. I don't know what that is. Oh, so Heather is knitting birthday socks. That's quite true, Joyce. So both Boomerang and NinjaStar, they were throwable items. What's with that? I know. They were secret weapons. Two. This is so much fun. Here we go. And it's always interesting to look at the pattern and try to figure out where the stitches are flowing and how you can take the thread over in the sequence that's, efficient. So you're not taking, your thread left, right, and center wherever randomly. It's like planning a journey. So you know where to go next and how you can move around, navigate through in sequence. So you don't end up taking the threads everywhere in a random direction. It's like like a game you play as well. Here we go. I think this might be the last one. Yes, indeed. So this stitch is the last one of this color in this area. So a little boomerang here. It's our secret weapon. Peggy says, I'll be joining. Do you mean Facebook? I just have to remember my password, probably make a new one. If you're referring to Facebook group, yes, everybody join in. We've got, probably close, have we got 500 members now? I think probably more than 500. And we've only been around for maybe 3 months or 4 months. So, yes, join us. And, everybody's posting their webs. And we look at webs sometimes when we're live. So we dip in and dip out. So it's somewhere that you can get support and also have fun when we're not streaming, So there's a whole support system there. Here we go. So that one pretty good. So 3 rows. I've got one more here actually. Oh, I missed that one. There's one stitch I missed right here on the 3rd row. Let me go and fix that and pretend it didn't happen. A single stitch. Yes, I'm almost happy now. Having a ninja stitch. It's just one stitch here. Just one here. And I missed that. But now I know. It's like, now I have a new toy I can play with. 3350. 3350. Normally I dread it. Normally I just go, oh, just one. And now I can play 3301. Let me take just one single strand here. It's a pink one as well. It's interesting. Yes, the secret weapon, Joyce. Right. So River, if you missed sort of last time I demonstrate this new technique, I'm going to do it again. Okay. So this is NinjaStar officially. Now it's called NinjaStar. It's a variation of boomerang, if you know boomerang already, but you can do it for a single stitch. Literally is what I've got here for the entire area, just one. So essentially you're starting and then ending at the same time. And sometimes it can be bulky. So what you do is you take a single strand rather than two, do a normal 10 stitch with single strand, and then come up again, because you basically you want to double the amount of threads on top. But the second time you apply the regular boomerang here. That's really that simple, but very effective. So if you worry about your particularly with single stitch that comes out a little bit bulky, there you go. That is your NinjaStar, freshly out of the oven. There. And it's very secure. It feels very secure. So there you go. And I can mark that one. 3350. And Joy says, most of the time I think of those tricks as expanding my toolbox, but secret weapons sounds good. Yes, Joyce is not only expanding her toolbox, okay? She's expanding her drawers. She's only got 2 drawers, but they're getting bigger and bigger. Every time I turn around, Joyce is stitching a piece I've never seen before. And she claims she only has 2 drawers. Oh, magic drawers. So here we go. Right, so 3 rows completed. And I'm going to come back and look for the stitches on the 4th row, being a good girl here. Stitching, still following, still doing typewriter. Very good. 3, 8, 3, 6. So this one's got 3 stitches. Otherwise, I'll have to take it over stitch area. So I think I'm going to go for, it would be a very good opportunity to apply my, oh, hang on. In this case, can you see this? I've got a few stitches on the left here that I have not completed. I might as well just take this opportunity and go around and finish these ones as well. I think that might be a good idea because it's connected. Can you see that? The block on the left, there are quite a few going on the left there. So I might do that from here, I'm going to start with these 3 stitches on the right and then move to the left. So that's the plan. 3A, 3, 6. 3A, 3, 6. Here we go. So 2 strands. This time we loop start. You're welcome, River. It's brand new, freshly out of the oven. One, two, three. So I'm going to start in reverse order, actually. There's 3 on the right side there. I'm going to just take the thread over to the left and see if I can complete some of those stitches on the left side. The last area that I have not completed yet. Right, so I am going to take it over here. And just for this color, I'm gonna release the box for a little bit so I'm able to mark it. So what I'm doing is try to patch up the stitches from the last area that is still not completed. You know, because normally I get a little bit overwhelmed when I when I look at this. It was great fun stitching. I think I was doing random DMC number. So not random DMC number. I was following DMC number, doing a 1, 2, 3, using Saga to sort the order for me. But I ended up with this. Okay, so that's what happens when you do it that way. So it was fun. It was fun. It's just you know, I need to find motivation just to complete the rest of the area. So I've got it here. 1, 2, 3. Got one more here. And I'm gonna come down. That one is done actually for some reason. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, Peggy has joined the Yogi Squad. Thank you, Peggy. Welcome. Join the club. Yes, this is the best stitching club on YouTube and in the universe, I think. Thank you so much. Welcome. So some stitches here are not totally correct, but you know, the pattern being the way it is, I might be able to get away with it because some of these stitches are done, maybe not. I'm not even sure if this one, yes, that one's done. It's hard to tell because it's white. And I think there's one more here. Let me double check. It's hard to tell because there's these ones. Hang on. These ones were stitched with whiter stitches, thread. I don't know why. There. Okay. I'm gonna just let that go. It's okay. It's all gonna work out. And I think. I hope. There's one more here. CXC is so the coverage is so good when you stitch kind of areas like this. It does feel, you know, you can feel the stitches kind of quite close together. It requires a little bit of patience to do. I think that's one more here. And also, for those of you who don't know yet, we are doing a Christmas sale, okay? So you can stitch anything you want. So the Christmas sale, I think, is starting from, I know some of you already, you know, starting your Christmas stitching when, since September. So I've been doing a Halloween piece. But let me just check my calendar here. So I think the Christmas sale officially starting on the 6th of November. So 6th is the Wednesday. So Wednesday from now on is our festive day. And let me just have a look at this. I think our festive day. So we're starting a new piece, okay? I know quite a few of you are joining me. So if you don't know which piece I'm talking about just yet, let me just quickly show you, just in case you want it. I think the pattern, the company that charted the pattern might still be doing a sale, a discount, 70% discount or something like that. So let me just show you here, okay? Let me just come out of this chart and show you the Christmas piece I'm going to be working on. And it'll be so great if you join me. It's cute, beautiful, adorable piece here. And it's called Christmas House 2. Okay, so let me show you here. This is it. This is the piece. And this is the actual pattern. Okay, so this is on my saga now. Imported, and this is a large version, so it comes with a smaller version. To be honest, I do not recommend it, because even on the mock-up on their website, it looks slightly blurry. This is large, but it's not as large as, you know, Heaven and Earth large. Okay, so it's a bit smaller, and it's adorable. So I'm gonna start stitching this piece next Wednesday. Next Wednesday? No, not next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, is it? No. The Wednesday after. Let me double check. Yes, that's right. So next Wednesday, 30th, we're still doing Halloween. Hopefully, I can finish my kitty panel. And then the following Wednesday, we're starting this piece. Okay, so if you want to join me, it's from a company called Artisy. And if you're wondering about this piece, the link is on the Facebook group under featured. I pinned my post there. So there are 3 versions. You're welcome to do any of them. And just come join me, or just bring your own piece. I know some of you already have Christmas piece, but why not add one more, okay? so you can cycle them through. And so this is a Christmas house number 2 I'm going to be stitching from for the Christmas stitch along. Okay, just so you know, if you want to join me, all right? So let me come back to my pattern here. So the festive Sunday is going to be festive Wednesday from now on until Christmas. Let me have a look here. I can't find these stitches. Oh, it's getting tricky. Yes, I got it. 1, 2. It's this one. Okay, I found it. It's tricky, isn't it? When there's so many stitches around. You're trying to find those little tiny little ones. Susan asks, where are you starting middle? It's a secret, Susan. You know me by now. I don't tell you until I start, okay? Just keep it on your toes. So, yes, I have some idea. But I don't know yet until I start stitching. Normally, when I look at the fabric, which I'm going to get like now, well, I haven't got my fabric because I hadn't made up my mind. But now I think I'm, I think I know what I'm getting. And once I look at the fabric, I'll know where I want to start. So with this one, I think I'm gonna keep going until either I run out of stitches or it's too far to travel. So that's my plan. And I'm happy to fill up this space, this block a little bit, because I kind of just left it behind me and moved on to the new area. I'm feeling slightly guilty. Okay, I'm gonna take it down here. It's slightly further than what I normally travel, but I'm desperate. I just want to kind of fill in this area as much as I can. And one more. So this one, I'm gonna do a boomerang. Okay. And hopefully it's not too ugly. Beautiful. Oh, no. Feeling a lot better. There's quite a few stitches, being completed on the block on the right. And now I'm going to come back to this area here. And Kelly says, I have several Christmas projects. I'm in for the sale. Yes, that's a spirit. Because it's nice to have a few, cycling through. And you can stitch the projects, throughout multiple years. So it's not something that you look to finish by Christmas, right? It's a journey. It's a journey. So. And Kimberly says, I'm excited to start a Christmas piece. So Kimberly, are you joining us for house number 2? Is it house number 2 you're doing? Because some of them are picking one of those pieces, but I know at least one stitcher is doing house number 1. So everybody has their favorite. But during one of the previous streams, we did a vote live here. And 2 seems to be everybody's favorite. Here we go. And it's my favorite as well. Here we go. Let me take a sip of my peppermint tea here. Here we go. Oh, good, Kimberly. Wonderful. Let me go through the order here. So that one is finished, I think. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Fine. I see what's happening here. And the artist for the house, all the 3 patterns, I think the artist is doing quite a few pieces. They're kind of, you know, surrounded by a sort of based on the house sort of theme, if I can call it a theme. He's got one that's kind of seasonal houses, like autumn, spring, etc. The artist is called, is it John? Steve Crisp. Is that correct, guys? Yes, Steve Crisp, something like that. And beautiful, beautiful. 553, next one. 553, next one. Five, 553. And Kimberly is doing a large version, 25 count. Interesting. I kind of, you know, went back and forth on the fabric count. I'm trying to find a fabric count that kind of, I think will work well for this piece, but also exploring something new whenever I can. So it took me a little while to kind of figure out what I really want, what I really, really want. That's why I haven't got a fabric yet, but I think I'm going to place an order probably tomorrow. Steve Crisp. Thank you, Susan. Yes, I remember this just very generic first name, but I remember the surname, Crisp. Let me mark these ones as I go along. Beautiful. Peggy says, you're welcome. I learned so much. Enjoy watching them stitch out in my kitchen. How wonderful. Yes, we're learning here together, and I'm learning from you. And I have the, you know, the privilege to demonstrate, you know, as I learn something right here and share with all of you. So it's wonderful. There's so many times we you know, someone would type something in the chat, like Joyce just did tonight, and you know, a lot of things when you kind of just try to explain verbally, it's very hard to figure it out, and then, you know, we get to try it and show it online here, live, you know. And then everything just becomes a lot clearer. It's a great, great learning tool. And we're doing live stream as well, so, you know, you can ask questions and stuff like that. That's why I want to do the parking method, that demo, the walkthrough, this on Saturday. And I'll probably do a kind of a, I want it to become kind of a series that I do, maybe demonstrating different parking methods, just show people what I've learned. So they're not something of my invention, not at all, but something that I learn and hopefully to share. And because we're doing live stream, it just makes it a lot easier, more interactive as we do it. And hopefully we're going to create more new stitchers to join us. because it's so exciting and so fun to do, isn't it? Here we go. And Kimberly says, I have learned so much from Joyce's YouTube and learned so much here as well. So motivating. And a lot of what we're learning here is from Joyce. So there you go. I think this has become Joyce's pseudo channel. I think Joyce, I know when I first came across Joyce's channel as well, I was just struck by how neat and how tidy everything is in terms of, you know, how she arranged the thread and everything. So guys, if you don't know Joyce Stitchy Dutchy in the chat, she's got a YouTube channel as well. She's been very lazy, you know, and she hasn't been creating new channels, but she's been joining this chat on a regular basis, joining the stream, and she shares her wisdom and knowledge here. So, you know, if you like Joyce, just join me frequently, and you get to know what Joyce, you know, is sharing as well. So yeah, she's got some very clever things to share. Sip on my tea. So next one, see if I can work in order and continue with that. I don't know why I've got a blank stitch there. It's not supposed to be like that. Let me have a look. Oh, no, hang on. Oh, that's for the next row. Okay, so I'm still on row 4. Fine. All is good. All is good. Next one here. 3861. 3861. 3861. There. Here we go. It's got multiple stitches on the same row, so literally I'm going to just start stitching without any starting method. Trying to see what sequence I want to stitch it. Pascal says, I love her channel. I know. Oh, River says, oh, so close. I finished 3A60. Oh, right. I've got 3A61. Does it count? If the numbers are close, does it count as a bingo of sorts? I wonder. I'll probably have to consult Joyce. I don't know. Some sort of close shave bingo. Right, let me see. Let me reel the fabric carefully. I don't want to stitch in the wrong place. So I finished this one. done that one, and I'm taking it over here. Oh, it's tricky. The more stitches are, you know, as you're building the stitches, it becomes trickier to read, or it can be. There. River says, maybe get a cookie, but no bingo. Well, cookie is just as good. Well, you don't need a bingo to have cookies. You can just have cookies. Right, so I think, do I want to be really bold and take this? Nah, maybe too far, maybe too far. Okay, let me see. So I need to do, sometimes when I do the last stitch without realizing it's the last stitch, because sometimes I do the stitch and I look around and realize, oh, that's actually the last one, then now I need to end it. With 10 stitches, with boomerangs, sometimes I just go and, well, let me see if it works, to tease the stitch I just made and create a little loop here. So, and so I can apply boomerang. Sometimes it works. Majority of the times, yes, but kind of retrospect boomerang. Here, very nice. I've been really good. Been really good today. Without going rogue. A consolation cookie. Any excuses to have cookies? Oh, Joy says, I'll take recording another video in consideration. No promises. Oh, yes. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel, Joyce's channel, so if there's new content, you know about it. River is working on Fingers of God with deranged typewriter method. Right, so there's a rogue version of it. The River's been doing. So in my mind, there is probably a deranged version for all stitching method, because you can apply a certain method and just start to kind of, you know, bend the rules slightly. Or bend the rules a lot. Depends. Good night, Pascal. Good to see you. Nighty-night to Pascal. And it's bedtime for Joyce as well. So night-night, we've got 99 emoji. The Yogi created for you. And night-night to Joyce, night-night to Pascal. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams. So next one, I'm going to go for. Oh, it's nice. Look, kind of pinkish color. Quite nice. Oh, 152. Yes, I'm very familiar with 152. It's like a summony pink. It's not even pink. It looks more pink on the screen. It's more orange. So it's a version of summony orange color. 152. 99. So block 1, block 2, it's just here. Here we go. No, Joyce, behave, behave. I thought you were talking about something naughty, Joyce. Are you not? Joyce says, fingers of God and fingers crossed. Nine, Joyce. So God's fingers are crossed. So I should be able to do maybe another color or two, maybe a couple of them, before I turn into a pumpkin. Quite a few stitches here, so it feels really good. Just flying through with the 10 stitches. I think this stitch is actually not correct, so I'm going to be a little bit naughty. I'm going to stitch over it because the colors are quite different, and let me see if I can get away with it. It looks slightly darker, but it looks fine. Sometimes I just stitch over it, but when you're stitching with CXC, 2-strand is quite full, so I kind of try not to do that, just in case it comes out really bulky. And tomorrow, the regulars know, but if you just found the channel very recently, maybe you're not aware, for Mondays and Fridays, the starting time of the stream is a little bit later because I work in the evening teaching yoga. So those 2 days of the week, I come home a little bit later. So we start a little bit later, you know, and so make sure your YouTube notification is turned to all. I think that's the best option. So let me just match the stitches at the same time. Oh, panicking. I'm not sure. Okay. 1, 2, yes, fine. So we start a little bit later, normally around maybe 11-ish UK time. You can do the conversion there. But we get together and stitch just in slightly later time. So tomorrow is Friday. I just want to remind you. Here we go. 2. Maybe I can take it all the way down here. And Saturday, of course, we have our Amy Sao every Saturday. And as I said in the beginning of the stream, I'll be doing another stream before that, shortly before, to walk you through parking. So some of you are very familiar with parking already, but just come join me. We can hang out, and maybe you can help out other people watching as well, and share your knowledge. But if you're new to parking and wondering why would people do such thing, you know, so chaotic, it looks so crazy, well, I would attempt to explain to you and how to, you know, do it in terms of the method. So maybe you're gonna go, well, there's something I'd like to try as well. And see you later, River. Enjoy the rest of your day. I don't think it's 992 yet, but see you later. And enjoy your time with the daughter and the family. Boomerang here. Right, there are quite a few stitches for this color, so I think the next one might be my last one for today's session. Let me pick. Well, the pattern is deciding what my thread color is, so let's have a look. It could be one stitch ninja or many stitches. Let's have a look. So I'll allow the typewriter method to decide for me. So it looks like it might involve more than one, but not that many. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 stitches to go. Not bad. So guys, you know what happens with at the end of every stream here, and if you're new to the channel, okay, this is exciting stuff. Okay, guys, we play a game called Guess My Stitches. Okay, and as it says on the tin, you get to guess how many stitches I've completed, yes, for this session from the beginning and to the end. So I am going to do, the final color involves less than 10 stitches, so incorporate that into your calculation. Whatever method you use, wild guess, or, you know, maybe you've been rewinding the video and counting every stitch I make, you know? Who knows? We have aliens in the chat, all right? So, so let's have a look. The last color for me is a lovely pink, 3607, 3607. Oh, it is a pink. No kidding. Here we go. There. Look at that. What a lovely finishing color. Susan, I haven't finished, guys. Maybe I'm gonna go rogue and just start stitching for another 100 in the next 3 minutes. You don't know that. So, well, in that case, the numbers are flowing in. So let me bring on my super duper high-tech Guess My Stitches machine. Okay, it's that time of the night. Here we go. Boom. Oh, amazing. Every time I look at my high-tech Guess My Stitches machine, it takes my breath away. It looks so good with all your numbers. Yes, and if you're lurking, okay, guys, if you've been lurking, and come forward. Just throw me a number. Throw Yogi a number. And you can go back and lurk again, okay? Because who knows? You might be the winner tonight. He might be the winner tonight. So, and it's a bit of fun. We play every stream. Okay, come join in. And if you win, my goodness, the prizes are tremendous. Not only you get to enjoy the buffet with me, okay, provided by everyone else. I bring nothing. I've got button chocolate. But you will also receive the respect, capital R, from the stitchers in this group and beyond. So come forward, and the victory might be yours tonight. And I win every night, okay? Just so you know, I'm the winner every night. But you get to share my glory, okay? And some of the alien stitchers, they win multiple times. And yesterday we had a spot on, like right on the dot. That happens very rarely, so it could be you. Most of the times we pick the closest number, but sometimes, rarely, someone gets the number precisely, okay? So let me do my last stitch here and end with a glorious boomerang right here, okay? In front of your eyes. I know it's amazing, isn't it? This stream is just full of, golden nuggets throughout. And so lucky you for finding the channel. Seriously. And so let me find my cutter here. So that's my last stitch. Beautiful ending. And here we go. So let me mark these ones as well. Every stitch counts. All right. So, and while the numbers are coming in, you still have a few moments to come up with your numbers. And I'll give you a quick recap of what's happening today on my fabric. Look at this. Isn't that adorable? So this is the top shelf of my the old kitchen piece. And if you haven't seen the markup, if you're new, if you just come in, this is what I'm stitching. Okay, isn't that gorgeous? And I'm on the top right there with the red jar and the pink flowers. That's where I am. Can you see that? Okay, this is where I am. And it's gorgeous, okay? And so I'm doing 10 stitches. This is 25 count fabric and 2 over 1, 10 stitches. And that's why we talk about a lot about today on the techniques on how to end threads here efficiently and elegantly. And we've learned many things, new things today. And so this is what we do every day. And, spontaneous demonstration. And there will be you guys chipping in, providing me information, and I give it a go. So you get to see it happen right in front of your eyes. So today we learn a new thing called NinjaStar. Okay, it's a variation of boomerang. And it's tremendous. I love it. So guys, are you ready? Let's have a look at the numbers today. Let's have a look. Who provided the first number? That's Jackie. Jackie, 110 stitches. Susan, 225. Betty Lou Taylor, 234. Kathy, 231. Everybody's around 200, okay? Other than Jackie. Jackie has no confidence in me. But she may be right, who knows? And Kimberly, 311. Betty, 215. Suzanne, 222. Frida, 238. Oh, this is going to be a close call today. Steph, 341. And Michelle Fuller, 252. Kristen S, 273. Laura, 309. Busy Mom, 280. And Rochelle, 358. And Suzanne, we are fortune telling. Rachel Morton, 262. And Heather House, 236. Alandria, 232. And Sarah, Sarah Stevenson. Oh, Sarah says, I don't think you marked the last stitches. I have though. I have marked my last stitches, and in a light brown pink color. I think I have. Let's have a look. Yes, I have. Not these ones are outside my boxes, but these ones I have marked. Okay, so every stitch counts. Every stitch counts. I'm glad. The Sarah is paying attention, but everything is good. So here we go. And Jackie's half lurking tonight. Okay, guys, are you ready? Let's have a look. Okay, the proof is in the pudding, and the proof is in the app in this case. So let me remove the highlight here. This is where I am today. So today I'm working on the box on the right there. Okay, guys, are you ready for the big reveal of the numbers 3, 2? Who will be our winner today? 1. Dun, dun, dun. Let me stop the sprint here. The total number of my of stitches I have completed tonight is 271. Oh, I can see a couple of people very, very, very close. But before we find out who the winner is, look at my percentage. I've gone over 8%. Now I'm on 813, okay? So who's our winner today? 275. 275, okay? 275, anyone? 275. I know who are pretty close. So Michelle Fuller, 252. Kristen S, 273. Anyone closer? 275. My goodness, I think it's Kristen, isn't it? Kristen S, have you won before? I've got a impression that you have won before. Amazing. Our winner is Kristen tonight. Very, very close. 2 stitches off, but very close to being totally precise. So guys, tonight is Kristen's victory night, okay? And my victory night is every night. And so round of applause for Kristen. And Kristen, if you don't know by now, we celebrate, we respect, and delicious food, okay? Look at the spread is coming up. Yes, Kimberly, delicious cuisine of the world. And Suzanne is power snacks and chocolate, and one alien as well. And Laura is bringing on a lovely, wonderful spread here. Busy mom, round of applause. Bring something we can eat. Okay, round of applause. And Kristen says, I literally just had left my therapy session with a patient to see numbers coming up across the screen. Complete shot in the dark. Kristen, sometimes it's the best. It's the intuition, the divine intervention. Okay, I'm sure this is just the inspiration that just came across and to your mind, and you just put a number down. It's intuition. And Michelle spread, busy mom, yes, that's better. We have delicious food. And oh my goodness, the diversity of the food is just wonderful. So guys, thank you for joining me for today's session. And it's about less than 15 minutes to midnight before Yogi turns into pumpkin here. And thank you for joining me today. And Yogi signing out. Betty, this is a wonderful selection there. And tomorrow we're coming back to do it again in slightly later time, so about maybe 11 p.m. UK time, okay? So wherever you are, come join me, okay? Let's have a spot of stitching together. And so, night-night, everyone. Give me some night-night emoji here. Yes, created by Power Tools and, these little hands in my basement, okay? Bring it on. And so, guys, thank you for joining me today. And we will meet again in the next stream. And wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And good night from Yogi. And in this sleepy London town, night-night, everyone. Night-night, Suzanne. Let's go to bed. Night-night. Not together. Separate. And night-night.